All right, everyone. Matt here with the Relief Valve Podcast. We've got some updates on the plane and helicopter collision in DC, and here's Pete Hegseth talking about it was an experienced crew on there, and then some of the chatter that was going back and forth. I'm going to give you some updates on what I've gotten about how this accident happened.
At about 8:48 last night, a UH-60 assigned to the U.S. Army Aviation Brigade in the Military District of Washington, Fort Belvoir, Virginia, collided tragically with a civilian airliner. The unit involved, the Army unit involved, was Bravo Company 12th Aviation Battalion at Fort Belvoir. It was an annual proficiency training flight. And when we look at the crew, and not all kit have been notified, so we're going to pull ranks and names at this point. We do know on our side who was involved. It was a fairly experienced crew, and that was doing a required annual night evaluation. They did have night vision goggles.
25, get the CRJ in flight. Pad 25, pass line is CRJ. American 472, Washington, 1 star, 32017. Oh, did you see that? American 472. American 3130, go around, turn left in 250, climb maintain 3. Pad 25, get the CRJ in flight. Pad 25, pass line is CRJ. American 472, Washington.
Okay, so that was the update. Some of that video at the end looped, but what it was is it appears to be playing out to be at this point was miscommunications between the tower and the helicopter. I'm not even getting the communications with the plane yet, but there was miscommunication. What they're saying is, and they had another pilot on speaking with Fox News about the communications and the issue, was the air traffic controllers were on two frequencies. They were on the plane frequency for incoming planes, and then the helicopter frequency for not only the Black Hawk crew that were approved for nighttime low range training, and the communication was crazy back and forth between them. So it seems like almost at the last minute. And you're seeing it in that video right there. The communication comes into the Black Hawk helicopter, and they go, and the designation C3, CJ37, something like that. And he says to him, "Do you see the plane there? You're going to need to veer off." And at the same time, the helicopter is trying to communicate with them and give them an update, and the tower is just shooting more information right back to them. And this is happening over the course of about 5 seconds. When they get this update, they can't see the plane can't see them because it's descending, and as they're looking down, they only see really the lights from the helicopter, and they blend in. Another veteran pilot on X was saying that when you're in the helicopter and you're flying over the city and training and in whatever, that the helicopter itself it tends to blend in with the city, and all you get is the lights that are on it, and those lights blend in with the lights of the city. So if you're in a plane descending down, you can't accurately see everything that's there. You would think they would have had them on radar, so that's odd. There is an investigation happening, but they tell them to veer off, but right at that 5-second mark. And then they collide directly with the plane. The plane's landing goes right into them. They go into it, however way you want to look at it. But at least with the information that's coming out here, it seems like this is the tower made a mistake. It didn't properly communicate. It didn't let it know that there was incoming traffic coming in. And you had this horrible collision. So more information is coming out. This is the newest stuff right now. The back and forth communication, as you just saw, between the tower and between the helicopter specifically. And again, two different frequencies going on. And they're running both of them up in the tower, supposedly. Plane and helicopter. And the guy working in the tower is jumping between both frequencies and communicating with everyone. So rather than, my assumption would be, rather than deviating the plane, you're just communicating with the helicopter and going, because it's going to be easier to veer off, telling them to make a course correction. You're going to have to veer off. And the timing in the communication was so bad, or so last second, seemingly, that you ended up with this accident. So more information is coming out. Obviously, there's going to be an investigation. The helicopter is upside down in the Potomac River right now, and the plane has been split into two different pieces in the Potomac as well. Rescue efforts are going on. So far, there are no survivors. That's the update.